Welcome back to your normal programming. I've taken a couple days since they have released the lack of a story about this whole Jeffrey Epstein thing. I've come to the conclusion that this government, this system, whatever you want to call it, will not answer for their crimes. Not only will they tell, now it's gotten to a point where they'll tell you the crimes. Then they'll tell you the crimes that we all did, and we know we all did, never happened. The guy that killed himself, that was supposed to talk about any of it, killed himself. Don't look at the like they released a video. You released a video, and that's all that it was a video. That actually was taken from the movie Prison with Val Kilmer in it. That's the actual screen. You could tell up top where it said like YouTube video screen, what do you call that? Motion captured or whatever. That right there was the final straw of different sides of politics and politicians lying to the people to get those votes and telling Mr. Repub over here, oh, Danny Democrat over there, he's the worst person in the world. He eats children, and he's got a dog wife, and he's this and that, just the most horrible person. They get off that podium. They go to Backyard Burger together. They go swing a couple tees of golf. And then they show back up the next day to help each other lie from each other's side. It's a birthday cake shake from Zaxby's. Pretty decent, I guess. I'm drinking milkshakes. Might as well. You might as well just go ahead and be prepared. Real short time from now for a Minority Report type civilization. They literally have sat there and told the American people, there's no story here. There's no evidence here. The videos that we told y'all we had, we don't have them. We were lying to you to get your vote. Now, what they don't realize they did is they either just sold themselves out for actually 100% factually doing that. And that's going to make voters in the midterm none too happy with you. You were the party of bringing these sicko freaks down. Being the party of, 2 steaks at Walmart right now are $30 for 2 cheap ass little cuts of. You can buy a whole cow for $200. Probably not now. You're supposed to be the party of cheaper America, more money, prosper, bring down the sicko pedophile freaks. And you've literally made steaks $39 for one steak. You covered up what you ran on. We should have learned the last time that he had Lindell and them at the very end of the election cycle say, oh, well, it was stolen. We have all the proof. We have all these machines. oh, the machines were in the Bell South Tower in Nashville because there's a bunch of just bullshit down there, and they hiding all the machines there with all the votes of Trump. And happy birthday. Congratulations. We did it. We lost the last. That was like literally, in my opinion, the last grip on people still having belief in the justice system to make the right. Like, even if it was to take down very, very high rank. Do you want all this to keep working? You want all that to keep working right? All them ports out there bringing in, you want all that to work right? You want all your lights to stay on? You can play with the American people, but you can only play for so long. All this stops if they keep playing with us, or if they do release that list and there's clients and there's all this stops anyways. That brings me to the point of the last straw. The Epstein thing, I think, is the last straw on all of this. See, this is a dream. Working men built these, not suit and ties. They occupy them. They didn't build this. My poor granddaddy, your poor granddaddy, they built this. Maybe not this, because I think this is maybe Japan. How my granddaddy built these. Oh. You know, I don't know where I'm at right now, actually. What was that, Theo Obama? Bubby. That's funny. That's very funny. Yeah. Our granddads built this. My papa built this. Theirs collected the money off my granddad and building that. Like, literally, my granddad built that tower right there. If you look right there, you can still see him up there a little bit. It's wrong. But as long as we could live down here in the bottom, or up here where I'm at, let's just say the podcasting's doing pretty good for me monetarily. Not from view. You know, I figured speaking of this whole dream and all this being dead now, I made a wad of cash. That's the bad thing about being in a penthouse. You hear freaking helicopters go by all the time. Probably landing on my roof to pick me up here in a minute. Yeah, as long as we can live down there, we were satisfied with building it and letting the fat cats live up here, which is directly across from about where I'm at. I'm just a plumber's son, you know. I came from nothing. They want to live down there. They want to be left alone, and they all know that up here, you're not throwing any kind of weird sex parties and stuff involving raping or underage people or like, I don't care if politicians bang hookers or do what. I don't give a crap. But don't arrest the common folk for doing the same thing. Ruin their lives. You go down here to court, arrest Joe Schmo who's trying to get a job that blowed, and then you come up here after court, you up here with a hooker and some cocaine. You ain't no better, buddy. And whenever you have people on an island doing what they all said that they were doing this. Who these they people are? Quit lying to us and tell us. We're big. I mean, we can. Was that Jack Nicholson? Is it Jack Nicholson? You can't handle the truth. Well, you back yourself into a corner and you're about to have to fucking admit it either way. And whether we can handle it, I guarantee you we can't handle it. I guarantee you we won't be able to handle it. But y'all got us so where you want us. It won't matter at that point. That's good. But yeah, last straw, all this is about to go away. I have a feeling. And I think it was I think it ain't nothing to do with Trump or Epstein or anything. I think this was like, yeah, they say, all the world's a stage, everything, you've got to transpire and play out. Certain situations happen so the other situations happen. Maybe this is an agreement. Because, the Epstein thing wasn't just a domestic problem. Apparently he was Mossad and an intelligence agent and all that, so maybe they know that World War III or something is about to come. This was a perfect way for the elites to buy themselves out of all of this and let us perspire. I don't know what the plan is past that when it comes to us, but this may have been a global thing, because he was global. Epstein was global, baby. He was worldwide. Wouldn't it be crazy if they deep dived around that island and just found bones of people? Bones. I'm afraid that I don't know what you thought I was. I'm afraid that no, I'm afraid it's Maxwell won't. Oh yeah, Ghislaine. Oh, there's some new. Ghislaine needs to be protected. She needs to come to court. She needs to talk. Damn it, she needs to talk. But they don't need to give her any kind of deal. There's going to be a moment where what's humane and all that is going to have to take a quick, swift little break. I don't care if you got to tie her to a chair in the courtroom with 28 armed guards outside and break her fingers with a hammer. Make her talk. This ain't just some little bitty 2 or 3 kids at a daycare thing. If it's true, allegedly, this is like a huge deal. It could cause war. It could cause mass hysteria. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's see what happens. 99% of Americans, whether you're gay, straight, black, white, Democrat, Republic, fucking Christian, Muslim, 99% of Americans do not agree with half of the stuff that was told about this guy and what his list is. There's 1% that probably either don't give a shit, think that football's cooler, this ain't even really that big of a deal, even if they were touching children and it doesn't affect them. It affects you because they are intelligence agents. So what are agents? Intelligence agents. Golly. How is it not important to people that can't pay attention to this type of thing? Are you even worthy of the truth? I'm worthy of the truth from a government that I pay for, that I believe in. Like, I don't put my trust in all it, but I believe in the system, because that's why I get up and go to work every day. That's why I try to raise a family and have kids and be a part of this thing. I don't want you lying to me about it. You know, I like my creeps out in the open where I can see them and keep a fucking eye on them. I don't want you hide behind doors and flying to private islands that I'll never be able to see because I'm giving you all of my fucking money. I'm sick of that. So, if we're going to keep on doing this, I need a little truth out of you. And I don't need you blanking out people's names on a JFK file that nobody's even probably fucking alive for. And if they are, put a needle in their arm. I'm sick of this whole fucking waiting 20 years for lethal injection too. If you're found guilty, guess what? You got till sundown, buddy. Don't ever put me in any kind of position of, you ain't sitting on death row for 30 years, Ghislaine. We're going to break your hands in court and make you talk about the sick shit that you've seen, if you've seen it. And now, you know, they know some information. They know whether she's seen some shit or not. They don't know what she's seen, but they know that she's seen it or not. And if you have seen it and you are out here, well, we're chasing down sex predators in the middle of the mall and slapping them upside their face, and you need to cut that shit out too. Whoever that YouTube channel is. I agree with what you're doing. I don't know how the hell you're getting away with doing it though. You want some straight up like pedophile vigilante crazy shit. I seen one of them guys slump this dude and he smacked his head on a pavement, and I'm thinking, I agree that you should kill that fucking pedo. But you can't just do that in the system that we all live in and we believe in and we vote for and we pay for. You can't do that. You can't just walk up and deck motherfuckers that are trying to meet. Like, I agree that you should, but can you? You can. I guess they're getting away with it. Shit. You know what I mean? Like, why can't we walk up and just dose one of these motherfuckers up that we think they're doing it? Like, we just let them sit on TV and tell us what to do, take our money, go to private islands and live the big life. How crazy is that? The taxes I pay in every year, I would be able to take 3 or 4 trips with. Nice trips. That ain't fair. I know life ain't fair. But we're talking about fair justice and our justice system and our blah blah blah. You mean your rules against us? Ghislaine Maxwell needs to make that court and May to talk. They don't need to give her any kind of amnesty or anything. They need to put her ass right in that chair and strap her down after she's done squealing. And I ain't no police, and I don't really fuck with the system like that. But if you take a shit 30 miles away in a porta-john and nobody sees you, hey, maybe nobody's gonna. But y'all done shit all over. Y'all done doo-dooed all over NBC. You might as well sit in the Oval Office and doo-dooed on the desk. Y'all done took a shit in your pants. And everybody, most people are smelling it, and they want to know why you hiding the shit. Back to your normal programming.